Hey YouTubers, Dre Crawford here with Cover One Drones. I'm going to talk about something that kind of gets under my skin a little bit. And as we know, we're into the third month of this new year, 2022. And those of us who have been in the drone community for a little while expected this to happen, but I felt it's always best to help instead of just be grumble about it. And that's try to help out a lot of you new flyers out there who got the Christmas drones or the beginning of the New Year drones, whatever. You might have purchased a Mini to a Mavic 3 Pro. So this is my first little tip to you guys here about using apps and so forth. There are many apps out there. This is one I encountered, I use most often, but it gave me some false information the other day when I was flying. So we're going to address it right now and before you fly. So as always, hang on, enjoy the ride, and please subscribe. Be right there with you. Okay, the other day I was out flying in Beaumont, California, doing a job out there, and when I arrived on the location, you know, I noticed that one of the telltale signs that they have a flag out there, American flag, on top of the sight shed, and that thing is full straight out blowing, you know. So I'm thinking that, wow, that wind must be kicking up. When I left my house, which is about 25 minutes away, there wasn't no wind at all, and I didn't incur any wind per se on the way out there driving along the 10 freeway. So the first thing I did was jump out and open up the Before You Fly app. And I tell people, you know, there's a lot of apps you can use before you fly, Air Map, Aloft, whatever. There's a handful of them out there that give you the local weather, airspace, and everything else, which is great, and everything else. But I noticed when I got out there, the winds were a lot stronger. I opened up the Before You Fly app, and it told me, I even announced it in the video I did on Facebook Live. I think I put it on Drone Nation, that it said 5 miles per hour with 10 miles per hour gust. Good to go to fly. But my common sense and previous knowledge tells me that the winds are a lot stronger than what the app is telling me. Regardless, you know, I got a job to do, and I want to fly. So today, after I went out of town for the rest of the weekend, I got back and I brought up my AirData program, and I want to review my flights. Flights. Go to my logs, and this is the first flight here. Okay. You see that flight right there? We started flying around 7:19 a.m. Name of the aircraft, Spectre. Flight airtime 14 minutes and 54 seconds. And you'll see there, takeoff battery was only at 86%. This one, the weaker batteries came back at 18%. All right. So that right there tells you, usually this location, I'm able to fly this with just 2 batteries. It's a large site, but with no wind to encounter or anything else, I can get away with 2 batteries. If I got a little bit of wind, 3. Just to let you know, this took me 4 batteries to go through. And I want you to pay attention to the flight time. Flight time here was 14 minutes and 54 seconds of flight time. The next battery I put in, not that flight, this flight, here we go. Next battery I put in, same drone, flight time 19 minutes 13 seconds. Took off 99%, battery use, landing 18%. So I was consistent in returning home, which it used up that much battery time. I returned home at 30%. About time it fought the wind and returned home, it was down to 18%. Not much territory was covered, but you can see there, the flight time was 19 minutes, 13 seconds. The second battery, and the winds were continuing to grow. Next flight, switched out there. Continue on. Battery takeoff 99%. Landing battery 19%. So like I say, I've been consistent. Pretty much I'm returning home and the status of the battery, except for the first one. Flight airtime 17 minutes 53 seconds. Okay, and this is the closing battery here. Flight time only be 13 minutes, only a little bit left. 99% battery, 40% return. Okay, we're done with the mapping portion of our flight. We had to do an orbit, which not really a factor what I'm trying to tell you here, but I'll just show it to you if it wants to come up. No, that's something else. There's the orbit of the whole facility right there, and voila. So what I'm getting to, what I'm going to show you next is the weather. Okay, this was the ground weather that day. You see there, wind speed 6.1 miles per hour. That was pretty much the ground weather, which pretty much matched what Before You Fly was telling me. But the problem is, we don't fly at ground level. We fly at altitudes. In this flight, I was flying at 300 feet. When on my Before You Fly app, I have mine set to 400 feet automatically. So I would know what the top wind should be as far as the top ceiling I'm supposed to be flying at. But if you look here, in-flight wind, I'm clicking here. Average wind speed, this is in flight, so this is at 300 feet. 22.3 miles per hour, gusts 30 miles per hour for that first flight. Big difference from 6.1 on the ground where I was standing and 300 feet in the air. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next flight. Okay, the next flight, 25.1 miles per hour, max gust 50 miles per hour. And remember how long I was getting flight times? I'm only getting somewhere around 17, 18, 19 minutes, right around that area. This is at 300 feet flying. Okay, and then for the last bit of flight, 24.1, let's call it 25 miles per hour, gust of 30 miles per hour. And then the last battery took on, same thing, 25 miles per hour, gust of 31 miles per hour. Now my whole point here is saying that as the pilot in command, this is why I tell people all the time when they get on websites or go on Facebook groups and other group activities, and they start complaining about how sensors are not working right or something's not going on and everything else. I try to remind people, as the pilot in command, you are solely responsible for the operation of your drone, okay, and the conditions that you're flying in. As I just explained to you, I have my Before You Fly app set at 400 feet. And it told me it was only at 6 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour. But you see here in the air data information, which comes straight off the drone, that the windage was almost 3 times, 4 times higher than what the other app was telling me. And I knew in my head that the winds were stronger than what I was told by the app. But like I said again, I made the decision to carry out the flights. It was a job I needed to do, take care of it. I felt my aircraft and my ability was able to handle it, and it did. You know, everything went successful, the flight. But if I was just a casual flyer, just out there spinning my wheels, I would not have flown yesterday with winds at this level. It was just too much at risk. It's just lucky the location where I'm at is a very open area. If I would have had a loss of signal, something of that nature, very high potential of a flyaway because of the winds could have pushed the drone another direction, could have caused it to go into some high tension wires, which are on the west side of that location, or there's also some trees to the north side. So this is what I'm saying, that you got to be careful and while you're out there, and using, or I should say, relying upon the apps that you can use. They're helpful, but like I said, you have to make the final judgment call as a pilot in command. And I say same thing with sensors on the drone itself. They are good to have, but they are not there to be your sole survivor or safety issue. You have to make the decisions on what to do and not to do when you're out there operating your drones. So, once again, this is Dre Crawford, Recovery One Drones. As always, I say, hang on, enjoy the ride. And once again, please subscribe. I appreciate it. And leave some comments too. I don't believe I know everything. I try to keep up on all the FAA rules and guidelines, but I love a good debate. So, have a great day. Take care of one another and fly safe. Thank you.